Your cup, living life with F&D. We won't give up. Spill your coffee, hey, that's okay. We'll laugh it off and seize the day. Sip happens, but we're alright. With Sarah's mug, we'll win the fight. Science stories, laughs and fun. Morning chats for everyone. So take a sip, don't spill the brew. Join the chat, it's made for you.
Hey guys, hey. Welcome back. I got it to, I don't know, something still is a little bit wonky with Streamlabs. So, but I got it to work. I don't know if it's because I had internet problems a week ago, and then I dabbled in trying to fix it, and then ended up deleting or getting the extensions all messed up, and so it wasn't reading the picture or whatever, the video. Well, hello, Flash fan. And hey, Colleen, welcome. I got you. I hope it's a good time for you, because you are on the other side of the world, different time. You're basically in the galaxy, on the time schedule. So hopefully this is a good time for you. So I made the effort to get you. Okay, good. Glad it's 12 p.m. Your time. So welcome to Living Life with F&D. I met Colleen in another chat, so I wanted to invite her to the channel, and hopefully we can start evolving now that I'm starting to gather people with F&D. This is not only for F&D, this is for Parkinson's, MS, other disabilities of various issues and stuff. So hopefully we're making progress. We're at 150 now subscribers. So yay, peace sign. I don't remember. Ignore Flash fan. He's our mod that likes to eat and make comments. So he likes to make some jokes and stuff like that. So love you, Flash fan. I gotta, make fun of you a little bit. Oh, so what is new? Well, my apartment is a basement floor, so it rained a lot, and so I'm having water seeping through. So that is kind of my issue right now. I got a new couch. Thank you to some good friends that have been just helping me here and there and everywhere, and so it is coming along. I've got things where I kind of think they need to go, and and then kind of going from there. And then I got the railing up and going, so I don't feel crazy trying to not fall and go from there. So we got that fixed. We're getting I think north of me and maybe south of me. We kind of are in an area where we just miss everything. I'm not gonna say that, we don't have bad, yucky weather. We mostly get a shit ton of rain. Like Indiana is like a monsoon sometimes. And then that also in the summer you'll hear me complain about it stinking, because we have a factory that just makes our town stink. So you'll probably hear me nagging about that. It's not the prettiest stench, but the past few years it's been better. But sorry, I just ate. I probably shouldn't eat before, but my sugar levels were kind of flying a little loose. Okay, so when you guys make for some reason, some of you are making different emojis, and it's coming up, not like it should, but for some reason, Flash Fan, here, let me see if it shows up. Of course, I have it all messed up, on there. So Flash Fan made that emoji, but then let me find somebody else's. I don't know. It's okay. I just don't know until I go back to YouTube and I can actually see the emoji that you were making. So, but just try to do basic emojis for now. That way I know what see, you made kind of the hello waving one, and then I don't know, it just doesn't read the emoji, but then I don't know. Anyways, you know me. If you don't, I guess we need to catch up since there's new people on here. My name is Sarah, and I have been a medical massage technician for about 20 years before F&D. What is F&D? F&D stands for Functional Neurological Disorder. I've been struggling with this disorder since 2023, and I basically had all sorts of symptoms, functional seizures, stroke-like episode. You'll notice when I have an episode, I get kind of the droopy face, and I'm gonna give it a name called tardive dyskinesia. I can say that tonight. Sometimes I slur my speech. I say a lot, and then my speech is drawn out. If you are watching this on a replay, you can speed it up. Speed me up. I need all the energy. All the energy. What else? Or non-epileptic seizures or functional seizures. What else? Paralysis, rigidness. I've had stroke-like episodes, so this hand has a little bit of weakness still to this day. What else? I've noticed kind of this tick, but I kind of fight it because I don't want anybody else, I don't want any other issues. And I don't know if I should fight it or if I should just let it go. I'm kind of in this back and forth. Should I let it go? But then I don't want it to be a problem, bigger problem. And then it's a battle with that. And a lot of it kind of feels like it stems from in my neck, mostly on the left side. So, what else? Yeah, I think that's it for now. Back in July of 2023, I fell belly flapped on the sidewalk, and then about 2 months later, I thought I was having a mental health crisis, and then I think them putting me on medication and not weaning me off, that has kind of been a triple whammy. And then they put me on Topamax, which caused more seizures, and they were doing the Topamax not for seizures. They were putting me on Topamax to suppress my appetite because they were worried about these two other medications that were going to make me bloat up on. So that just really aggravated the whole functional neurological, blew it up. So anywho, and I highly suggest you check out the other videos and kind of go from there. Hopefully some of them I need to go back, and maybe I need to get Flash Fan to edit. Put them to work. Not that I'm making them work. I think he does a lot for everybody else on YouTube. So Um, so anywho, so hopefully we can get on track. I still need to get a whiteboard, and I'm gonna plaster a whiteboard and like actually have a schedule. um, so now that I have people that are interested in coming on the show and entertaining you guys. Yep, Flash Fan. Flash Fan has been here since day one, or day 2, or 3, or somewhere in there. Day 1, yeah. Um, he is always hungry, so if you want to do me a favor and send me a coffee, and then I can pay Flash Fan with coffee. Although he probably will say he doesn't like coffee, so more coffee for me. I would love to, send him some, IHOP money, gift card or something like that. So, breakfast seems to be your favorite. So, anywho, as you can see, also, I'm gonna disclaimer, viewer discretion is advised. I'm not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult your own professional in healthcare or therapists. My goal is just to raise awareness, support F&D or any disability, break the stigma. So I don't know your story, Pauline, but hopefully some of my story can help you. But always consult, your own healthcare professional. So I'm not here to, yeah, I don't know how long you've been in F&D. I don't remember. As you know, F&D gives us a lot of brain fog and all that jazz. So, and everybody is quite different. There's a lot of similarities, and you just kind of have to pick and open that can of worms, and investigate. And I know I'm still investigating. I'm still, learning new things. So, yeah, and it's almost been 3 years for me. So, a lot of it is you're going to have to venture on your own. My own journey, I don't think medication helps. I think it exacerbates the issue. I think there's a lot of information about psychiatric, and so there's a Dr. Joseph on YouTube that you might follow. There's the Gaslight Truth podcast. I've been on there on their show, and then there's another lady that malpractice, Faces of Malpractice, and I've been on her show as well. And then I've been on JMac, if he is watching, and JMac has Parkinson's, and who else? I've been around, so yeah, everybody has different symptoms. Oh, and Anna, she's the Spanish version of FND. I wish she did more in Spanish, talking about her stuff. So I know it's more work, because I know that there's going to be other, FNDers that are in this, that world. And then what else? I've been researching, and I'll never stop researching. And what else? It's a learning thing, so, and you just gotta learn to be patient and loving to yourself, and you'll get through whatever flare is happening. Genetic testing has helped me a ton, so that is my number one thing that I would say has helped me. It has helped with the psychiatric. It's helped me understand, and it looks like the mother effer gene. And then it also transitioned into, I might have a B12 deficiency. And my energy is very depleted. And I'm allergic to about, out of the 65-ish medications, I'm allergic to 42, but there are some that I don't know, and I'm better off putting them in the allergy, because there was overlap with other medications that I was kind of allergic to, and I need to go back and figure out which ones I'm moderately to severely allergic, and figure that all out. So it was just better to just put all those medications, all group of, 42 of them. And then there are three medications that I know that I'd be willing to take because I've heard about them. I know the name brand or the vice versa, the generic. Um, but that's it out of the rest of them. The others, I think there's two of them that are for more schizophrenia. And yeah, and then I'd been on two of them, and I'm noticing tapering off of those that I feel a lot better. I still feel blunt in my emotions here and there. I was on Cymbalta, and that is definitely in my allergy list. And so that has helped me, tremendously to get off of that. I don't know on that. Colleen just asked, was your chromosome 15 missing? I don't know. It doesn't tell that information. It just basically tells you what psychiatric medications. A lot of psychiatric medications, they include the seizure medications, which some of them are used for mood, which, yeah, I don't understand. Because I still had rage and moodiness, but again, I was polypharmacied at the time, so there might have been an overlap and not sure. And then I just found out back in 2018 that like trilopitol or oxycarbazepine is not only used for seizures, but it's also now used for mood or bipolar or whatever. And so, but with my research, it was not FDA approved, but yet again, that could be changed. But I still had psychosis. I still had seizures. I still like mood swings. And I've been on trilopitol since it came out in 1999 is when I first was diagnosed with epilepsy, non or partial complex seizures at that time. And that was because the Adderall was creating seizures. So hopefully that helps. I am so glad that I got to meet you the other day, and I'm glad you are here, Colleen. And if you ever have questions, now everybody, I know I'm the worst at emailing back. I know a couple of you are going to be like, yep, I'll do my best to email you back if you have any questions, or if you just don't want to, your personal information is important. Don't put it live. Reach out to me and see if I can help of any sort. You can email me at livinglifewithfnd@gmail.com. You can reach out to me and see. I do apologize to some of you that have reached out to me. Life, 3D life just, gets in the way. I have F&D to deal with, my health, and then I was moving to a new apartment, getting situated, and I'm still and it's so nice to have a new place. Got a new couch, new chair, which I switched out and put it in my bedroom for now. And then what else? Yeah, the railing, we're getting the water fixed. I feel like, I'm floating because, there's, water going on. And then, yeah, I'm just keeping busy. And today I went to this really awesome place. It's a co-working place. It's not a coffee shop, and they have like this maker space. And so if any of you have ever had one in your town, they're kind of cool because you can talk to other professionals, and you can, instead of meeting in a loud kitchen restaurant, or or you just want to get away, and you don't have to dress professional there. You can wear your pajamas, and while you work, and nobody cares. And so I got to go there and work on. I finally finished a project that I'm excited to get done. And got a buddy that does 3D printing, and so he's doing a little project for me. So that used to be kind of my second home, back in the days of doing medical massage, and I think last I know, there was like 300 and some oddball, and there might be more other professionals that utilize the space, and it's huge. And then they do events, and you can rent out like a small little 4-person, maybe 6 people can fit in one room, like a meeting room. You can rent out your own desk if there's any available. And what else can you do? There's a makerspace, there's meeting rooms, there's like a studio, so I might change it up and go whenever I get, membership and reinstated. Um, do a studio, do this somewhere else, and then what else? And they've got all the equipment for you to record your, video or whatever. And then they've got classrooms that you can kind of rent out. And so if you have like a big gig and you can rent out, your classroom setting or teach or whatever you need the space for. So, I did not realize how much I missed it, and I really do. So, and they have unlimited coffee, and I used to go there and, lock myself up because you can go 24/7. Lock yourself in, double lock yourself into the makerspace and just putz around because they have every tool known to man. They've got, 3D printers. They've got like this what am I trying to say? Like you can make like a sign and it etches in plastic, or I don't think it does in glass because then that would break, but or wood, carve out, make a sign of some sort. I mean, it's not like a huge sign, but, and then I think there's a printer, big old printer, and then, but they've got every tool, and there's like 2 different 3D printing, but they've upgraded on, some of their equipment too, so it's pretty cool. So you might see me go check that out again after almost 3 years. Yeah, I'd been there, for events and stuff, but today just like I really missed it, and I think it's I know I can get like not a scholarship, but half off, maybe. But I think it's $99 or $199 a month, which I don't know if I want to do that or if I just want to do the $20, but then the $20 or $19 per day, I don't think that includes the makerspace. So I think it's 99 and then it's 49 if I get, the half off. And then because I got to factor in Uber and stuff like that because the unfortunately access bus paratransit, whatever you want to call it, doesn't run late at night. They run from like 7 to I want to say 5, 6 at the latest. And I'm the type of person to go late at night and dink around and then say thank you by cleaning the dishes because I know I know that they've missed me doing the dishes because I would go and clean the dishes after, um, just to kind of help around, because that's the point of it is you wash out your dishes, but there might have been an event, and or never get around to it or whatever, or whoever does it. So do your part. So yes, I will definitely, um, maybe take you guys on an adventure. Um, Now I do have to use the walker there because it used to be, another business, and so the ground is a little uneven in parts, and they got the outlets, on the ground too for like events and stuff. So those are like random. I don't know why, but anyways, maybe it was part of the other business. Um, but it's convenient because if they're doing events and they move the tables around as neat. Oh, and then, it makes it nice and convenient because you can move the tables wherever you want for you know, your coffee and work and sit, stand, whatever. And up your computer dies or is near death, you can plug it in right there and not have to worry about it or go find a plug or whatever. So it's cool. It is very cool. There's a lot of different features. There's upstairs. There's even a slide. Um, so we have Uber and Lyft. We have a paratransit through the Metro bus, um, which is nice. I'm hoping to get a job, but earlier today I noticed that maybe they took my idea. They maybe took my idea. I'm stoked. I'm a little hurt a little bit because, I can't volunteer for this job that I want, but I'm glad that they, are, maybe incorporating this idea. So, and so now I gotta do my job tomorrow and investigate on that and see how that is functioning for them. So I I hope it is going well. If they're and it could probably be better because, um, and they've got good about 4 years before they implement all these ideas. So hopefully, um, hopefully, so if you have F&D, get out in your community. You'd be amazed, even if you volunteer at something, um, and even if it's like, if you can only manage an hour or a half hour, if you can only manage 15 minutes, I think it would help, up here. It'd help right here, in your heart, and, feel less alone. Because I know traveling, trying to figure out transportation is kind of a butt. And it just gives you, I feel like it gives you more energy helping out there. So just do what you can, and if all you can do is, find something online, if that's all the energy you have, do it, do it. Up here, spread it, because I don't know, a lot of us F&Ders or anybody with disabilities, we struggle with isolation. I felt like I didn't exist for a long time. Now that, I kind of found things to do, and now that I live closer to more things, I think, and less having to exert myself, I feel like I have more energy, to do more things, more work smarter, not harder, so, and if you're still struggling, you'll get there. And my buddy, Mr. Flash Fan, who must have disappeared to eat, that boy always thinks about his stomach. The other day, I got groceries, filled my refrigerator, and I'm like, Flash Man, if he was here, he would raid my refrigerator, and it would all be gone. That boy loves to eat. So, Flash Man, we love you. Wherever you went and disappeared to. And I'm sure you're making a sandwich, chips. That's what Flash Fan had the other day. And so my other idea for this channel, which I'm hoping next week, and I can't always promise everything, but next week I'm gonna have a phone number set up, so I kind of want to make it like a podcast or talk radio where you can call in. You'll have like X amount of minutes, obviously, to win it. More and less, you'll just leave a voice message because I don't want to dox anybody's number. And then I'll just like kind of record it and then have it on my thing. So, and then I'll pick and choose, callers, and you can, like, if you hear somebody, I have this problem, blah, 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 and if you want to answer it, cool. be like, hey, I heard yada yada this message, and so that way you don't have to see faces, and you can just, because I just got that idea, or I had that idea. Most of us FNDers, in Parkinson's and stuff, we kind of tick when we see other people tick, and sometimes we're a little wreckish, about other people seeing us tick, or talking, slurring or whatever. So, and then like if you have ideas or whatever, I'm just kind of rolling with it. And then if you have like words of affirmation, or whatever, or if you're, maybe in a relationship, or, and struggling with that, or whatever comes to your mind. So I think that would be a fun little, have fun with that. I need to kind of decorate up here and figure something out. Put maybe a live light. I found these lights at what's called Hobby Lobby, and maybe do some lights. But I have the problem of there's no outlets. So they would have to be kind of battery operated, all that. Where did you go, Flash Fan? I saw the numbers spike up and go down and all that jazz. So he's probably like listening, and so anywho, well, I hope you guys had a great night. It is almost 10 o'clock. I am trying to also get on a normal schedule, because I've got to start studying, getting back into my real estate, getting that license. And so I've been kind of not necessarily slacking, I just couldn't focus on too many things at once. You know how it is with F&D and moving and all that jazz. So I gotta get back on track, and I've been sleeping in. So, yep, I will see you on the next one, guys. I hope you had a wonderful night, wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, whatever time it is around here. And if you are suffering from FND, just breathe. Everything will be all right, and life does get better. I have witnessed it. I have been in it 400%. It does get better, I promise. If I didn't promise it, I wouldn't be here. And so keep at it, and don't push yourself, Don't listen to people telling you push, maybe if you work harder, don't listen, you you know your body better than anybody on this planet. So, but stay with it. Be consistent. It will happen. It will transition. What are my other words that I like? I will say exposure to specific things desensitize, from those things that trigger you might help just a little bit. Yeah, it's just going to take some time. Just remind your brain that when you have those triggering moments, you are safe. Just tell your brain that, like, for instance, I had an issue with an ambulance, fire truck, whatever, motorcycle. So I just went out there, stood on the busy road, and then listen for an ambulance, listen for, that stupid motorcycle. Like now today, some weirdo, like to rev up his, car. Now that is not even an issue for me. Now I just laugh at him and say, okay, buddy, good job. You're such a big boy. And so just keep at it. And that's all you can do in life. And I think it'll turn around for you. So anyways, thank you, Flash Fan, for coming to joke with me, and I hope you're enjoying your dinner, and hope you're feeling better too. And then Colleen, thank you for coming in and joining us. Glad to have you here, and I hope you come back and just lurk. You don't have to chat if you don't want to. There were about 4 people that I could see kind of lurking and just listening to me ramble on. You'll hear me joke about family members that watch my show. They're like right there with Flash Fan, my numbers. So yeah, and if you're ever interested, feel free to email me. If you would like to come on the show. I know it takes a lot of guts, but I think it's good therapy. Yeah, for the whole world to listen to you. But gotta think, I only have 150 subscribers now, so it's not technically the whole world, but it is an adventure. I'm hoping to do Friends on Friday. What else? Maybe get into some Legos. I gotta set up another camera. All these things that I can do. We'll get there. If you guys have any ideas of what to hang here, let me know. Ideas. We gotta decorate. We need no more Starky walls. So, yep. Legos! Yay! Yay. Yep. We'll do art. There are some videos of art. What else? Yeah. I need to get Celine Dion, my painting out and do Celine Dion some more of that. Get her finished up. So, yeah. And then you just draw, lurk, listen. If you let me know if you guys have issues with, that's why I want to decorate this back here, because stark white walls are blinding. Oh, no, I can't do karaoke. Though now I don't expect anybody with disabilities to pay. When we get into monetizing, I don't expect. Now, if you are watching and you don't have, please help, because I have other ideas, where I want to like help, other people with F&D. New bread, there we go. I'm losing it. When I first had F&D, when I was first diagnosed and lost my apartment, the rehab center was going to give me new bedding, but never did because, how it goes. As a, going away gift, get out of here. And so my mission is to, one, help get new bedding and find people that just are diagnosed, are in the hospital. You know how cancer patients, I want to be that person that, hey, I've got, so-and-so is in the hospital, they just got diagnosed, and then I want to create a, basket or bag or whatever. Here, you might need this, or figure out, and I did have a GoFundMe for me to get equipment, but they deleted my thing because I hadn't had anybody, donate or whatever, and for like over a year. So I guess GoFundMe deletes the account. If I do that, me, if you don't know me, I will create my own website. So, yep. So I just kind of want to create either, here's a bag, or here's a new walker, or, and kind of go from there, because, walkers are, a good custom walker is pretty darn expensive. It's almost as much as a car. And I just think, I can do more. And then, like, I'm also kind of collabing with somebody as well, which I need to cut a draft of whatever verbiage with them and, an agreement. And then kind of go from there. So I got too many. You put me in a bed for, too many hours. This girl's gonna go crazy. Yeah, before F&D, I run my own business. I was, entrepreneur, and then F&D, that's what I want to do. Yeah, F&D can screw it, So put me in a bed for hours a day, I'm going to think. I'm going to think hard and I'm going to come up with, come up with something. Hey, Anna, welcome. And Carissa, welcome. Sorry I didn't welcome you. No, FND is functional neurological disorder. It's where your brain and your body just don't want to function very well. And yeah, it can be caused by, an injury. It can be caused by medication. In my case, I want to say it was medication, my fall back in 2023. And then some war medication issues. No, it is not. There's nothing up here that is structural. It's just where, how you have to Control Alt Delete, and sometimes that doesn't work for the computer. Well, you just push you unplug me, and that's just the best way to describe it. It's just unplug. I just need to be unplugged. So my brain just, short circuits, and then it figures out, going from there. And then PTSD is, I consider F&D of the rarest case of PTSD. Because I had PTSD before F&D, and I think it just the fall, the medical trauma, the medication, you name it, stroke, that can be traumatizing. Now it wasn't an actual stroke. It mimics a stroke, and so it's pretty messed up. And then there's no cure, there's no medication. All your labs, but again, I don't think the medical field look deep enough. They didn't do, spinal tap. They didn't do a PET scan. They didn't do full body. They didn't do, at least for me. So I don't think they dig deeper with the lab work. So I question on that too. So I think there's more, and that's where I was like, I want to have another genetic testing done to see what medications I am allergic to. I hadn't done it. I did a genetic testing back in 2018, but I kind of forgot about it with everything going on, and it was going to be a pain in the butt to get those records from one place to another. So I was like, you know what? Give me the swab. Let's do it, So, and Psych did that again. And so, which I have an amazing psychiatrist who, she's let me run the reins on that, and essentially there's not much that they can do either. So neuro just they won't talk to psych, and psych won't deal with neuro, and neuro typically tells me that I have a beautiful brain. That's what I had. I need to clip that and have you guys listen to. And then what else? Yeah, just it's been a long struggle, and we're gonna do it together. Yeah, there's no real testing. Yep, and then the trauma of medical trauma, corruption is, you're either faking it or you're not. You're drug seeking, or they think it's an actual seizure, but you can somewhat communicate after some time. And they do this, sternum massage, which does not work for FND. More and less, it exacerbates. So I feel like I'm being attacked when they do the sternum massage, thinking it was the actual seizure. And then they, eventually give you the typical Ativan, which makes me, and then what else? It's just long list of stuff. So Yeah, and it hurts. I'm conscious and I can hear everything that everybody's saying, but I just can't communicate in the moment. So um, I carry a bag now that it's a red bag. It's just probably brighter than this. I got it on Temu. Um, and I have a pink piece of paper all printed out. Here's my I need to update it, by the way. And I have everything from medication allergies to what I'm currently taking to um, kind of my power of attorney, emergency contact, about F&D, what protocols to take. Um, it's quite long. And then I also was suggested by a firefighter to actually put that on my phone as well. So when you, especially on Apple phones, you have the Apple ID. And when you call emergency, I think they can read it, dispatch. I think. I'm not totally 100%. Um, yeah, and now that I've been in F&D for 3 years, I'm discovering that they're claiming that F&D is a common thing. But I think there's misconception that this is non-epileptic seizures or, whatever. So I think there's epilepsy seizures, that, are structural. There's non-convulsive seizures. There's the convulsive seizures. There's non-epileptic, and then functional seizures. So there's like 4 different, but non-epileptic and functional seizures are kind of grouped together, but I feel like they're different. You get what I'm saying? One's more psychiatric, one's more, functional, physical. So, but they can kind of tap, um, with each other and kind of go hand in hand because, there's symptoms of, non-epileptic seizures and they can go hand in hand. So, um, but again, coming from a medical professional, you are not faking it. You are not attention seeking. You're not making this all up. So, if you have a provider that, uh, is throwing you for a loop and you just simply say, look, you're not the provider for me. Basically, you can fire them, and be like, look, I need either one, a referral to X, Y, and Z, or I'm going to go for a second opinion. So, and it is like a needle in a haystack. I don't honestly believe that there's anybody really out there. And they're probably miles and miles and hundreds of miles away. That I think the best specialist has functional neurological disorder and has been through the, you know, the shit list of, you know, and makes it a mission to, you know, but it's going to be a long time. It's going to be like fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia was unheard of when I first started medical massage therapy. And now it's a common thing. And that was about 10, 20 years ago. So it's going to take time for this to evolve. So keep digging, keep researching, keep plugging along, keep recording things that help you, you know, and one day, you know, it's gonna become, you know, a common thing, and we won't have to fight as hard. So, but takes records. It you know, as much as, you know, healthcare, you know, drives us insane with nobody knows anything, blah blah blah. We still have to somewhat touch base with our healthcare system. So, and no matter how much it kind of hurts us, you know, too, um, I don't want you to like totally go on your own, but it's gonna just take a while. Just keep educating our healthcare professionals. Maybe one day. And I've already seen it just slightly evolve. You know, I've seen it. Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. You know, like let's say my chiropractor. My chiropractor just came out from school, fresh out of school. And so I was like, great, you know, um, she's working with, you know, my chiropractor that, you know, I've gone to for years. And I was like, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity. And, you know, I'm actually going to give her a certificate that says you are F&D certified by F&D patient or some, you know, something goofy. And I'm going to give her, you know, a plaque that says you are F&D certified. And I will call the school that she went to. I think did she go to the one that I wanted to go to? I wanted to go to this, you know, chiropractic school. I think she went to another one, but so I'm going to call that school and be like, I want you to make a placard. Help me make a placard and explain that she is certified. So, so I need to go back to the chiropractor. The chiropractor seems to help me quite a bit. Yeah, it does cause me to, because she uses the drop table, and that can trigger me sometimes. But at the same time, I don't want to miss my appointment, and so I don't sleep very well, and, you know, the whole doesn't really help me, you know, not sleeping very well. But so yeah, and I highly recommend, this chiropractor. Because I don't think it also does anybody good either to keep going. You know your body. If it's like triggering something, kind of back off a little bit, and then okay, try to get into it again, see if it's helping or not. So yes. So anywho, yep. There's a whole alphabet soup of fibromyalgias in there, pandas, pans, um, that are under the umbrella of F&D, CRPS, Parkinson's, MS. We're all one happy family of alphabet soup. So, as you can see, I'm not sleeping very well. So, eye starts twitching. And that I think is a precursor, because I had stigmatism, and when I don't sleep very well, that gets all ticky tacky poo. Now I'm gonna have like AI stuff now. Ticky tacky poo. Guarantee. Maybe I need to make an AI video. Oh, yeah. And then after I was diagnosed with FND, family member was diagnosed with Parkinson's. So, which is kind of interesting. And then I have another family member that has transverse myelitis. If you don't know what that is, it is kind of an autoimmune issue. So yeah. So, and this family member was born on my birthday, and then yeah, limps like me, or actually worse than me. So that is a story for another later day. I don't really want to get too, wrapped up in family who has who or what or whatever. So, and what else? Yeah. Oh, it's not tough. It actually makes us, understand each other, in a way, and closer, I think. And yeah, and Jeremy will be on later. So, is it Parkinson's with Jerry Mack? Or Jeremy Mack with Parkinson's? I don't remember. Anna, you probably remember. Maybe. I will. Yeah, Friday the 13th tomorrow. Yeah, I honestly don't. It's just another day. It is another day. I'm not really superstitious. Whatever. Um, I'm so sorry about your uncle. Yeah. So, anywho, it is already 10:30 here. So, and you guys get me all the time. We derail on this channel. The more I see, more people see. Obviously, somebody else hops on, and then we dive in to more stuff. I have been getting therapy for many moons. I made the decision to kind of slow down on that. There's not much. I was starting to feel like everything I was doing was wrong. I kind of slowed down on that. And it's, you know, yeah, it's Jeremy with two Jeremy, and then Mac is MAC, no K. You're all good. You're all good, Anna. They'll find him. So I decided to stop, and then two here and there, and then I started up again when things would get crazy, and then and I was just a little bothered by that therapy was starting to create, I'm making me feel worse. And my therapist was not, um, an F&D specialist, nor did I expect the therapist to become F&D, specialty, you know, and you get to the point where you're done with therapy, or, that kind of thing. So, and then, yeah, and then I've also researched and EMDR, the Gaslight Truth podcast, and oh, Dr. Joseph, and then Faces of Malpractice. Those are the three that I follow on a consistent basis. And there's a lot of stuff coming out about, psychiatric and and the medications and big pharma and stuff like that. And now they're coming out about, this might not be, this might, you know, be causing more problems, basically. So, yeah, so, um, I mean, I understand we got locked down. A lot of us kind of freaked out because of, you know, we were learning about ourselves and, and didn't know how to cope with being locked down in our homes, because if you think of it, we were, you know, we're meant to evolve and hunt and, you know, walk around and, so that might be a later conversation. Let me gather my brain cells back. So we're not meant to be housebound. If you look back in, the dawn of days and, we migrated and all that. So, and so locking down just didn't do any of us any good. But now that has, kind of gotten better. Yeah, and we need sunshine. We need to get out. We need to get, nutrients. We need to, um, so, um, Carissa, if you don't mind me asking, where are you from? And you don't have to tell me here publicly. You can email me at livinglifewithfnd@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you, touch base. And if you don't hear from me, just, uh, just be patient. I will get to you. And sometimes you'll have to email me again, because life can get crazy. Crazy, crazy. California. So, Flash Fan told you all about me, my whole life's history. uh, Love the guy. He's cracks me up. Awesome. Thanks, Flash Fan. Spreading the word. Yeah, we need to get you on here, Flash Fan. We need to do our collab, finally. Yeah. Oh, he's been around. Trust me, Carissa. He's either bugging me or a couple other, YouTubers. Um, Although you weren't feeling very well the other day, you know. So, anywho, Wow, 6 people are watching me now. You guys want to make me tired, don't you? I'm going to sleep all day tomorrow. Literally. Can you hear my voice? As you can tell, that is also another precursor, I think, with FND. I had a lot of voice issues as a child, and so my voice goes up and down and gets tired pretty quickly. So I think it's a precursor. I've had this problem probably ever since I sung. I used to sit in the back of the car, and my poor family members um, would be in the back seat, and you know who you are, and have to listen to me sing Phantom of the Opera. And no, I will not do this live. I am not that brave. I don't want to screw up my voice. Even I think Celine Dion would get after me if I sang with this voice issue. So basically there's like kind of a seizure in my voice box. I did try Botox one time. I could feel they put a light on the freaking forehead and insert Botox injections right about here in my voice. And no, I'm not doing it. I would have to be monetized. We would need, maybe not. Maybe not if you are watching. All the big monetized people that hear, we want to hear you sing. No. And I don't like, when they had to do it, they were going to put either a camera down my throat or up my nose and down my throat. And and my family members watch this channel, and they would say, no, hell no. See, I already lost three people on here. I had 6 people watching me. They wanted to see me sing. But I wouldn't do that to my voice, I would have to do some Celine Dion exercises before I could, for years before I could do that. I don't want to destroy what I've got left of whatever. So maybe one day when we get to the point where we have 500 subscribers and we're monetized, and I think it's 1,000 subscribers to get, and I need to get like I think you have to have some ridiculous amount of shorts, and then one other thing to get monetized. There's a whole process. So yeah, so maybe one day I'll surprise you. Maybe. Yep, maybe. And it would be with other people too. we're gonna put Flash Fan on here. He's probably like, nope, bye, see ya, unsubscribe. Although, Flash Fan, I know that you attend. Yeah. So maybe one day. Carissa, I love your energy. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Carissa, you need to come back and you know. Yeah, I'm. Are you checking out there, Anna? I guess you were leaving. Anna, you have a good night if you're leaving. Love you, chica. Yeah, I'm not gonna sing until we get there. So you and Flash Fan, get some subscribers and maybe we'll do it. Yeah, so we have 150 subscribers. Let's make it a mission to get maybe, like, if we've got 4, 5, 6 of you guys watching tonight. So if each of you get a subscriber, maybe I'll have other people come on here and do the karaoke for me. I'll probably mute myself and turn on and lip sing. There we go. I'll lip sing to Celine Dion or something. Oh, so yep, we just need to just get there. We'll get there together. Yeah, I know. Nobody needs, everybody would be doing this, la 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 la. Yeah, we're not listening to you. Awesome. That's awesome, Colleen. Oh. What else do you want to know? And everybody's in and out, in and out. See, there were 5 of you, and then now there's 3 of you. Okay. Yeah, I know it's a lot of fun. It's just, I'm not ready to do that live for the whole universe, yeah. Because once you post online, you're on there forever. Nobody needs to listen. Maybe I'll do, because it's been my biggest dream to have Celine Dion, go to a Celine Dion concert. That would be awesome if Celine Dion, she's been making funny videos every once in a while on good singers, and she's pretty funny. And with her having stiff person syndrome, which is very similar, again, it would be awesome if she did a clip or something. Maybe send it to Celine Dion, and maybe I'll do it that way. Oh, clip this and send it to her and tell her I want a funny video. Because I don't think I'll ever be able to get to one of her concerts. I think she's pretty well starting, the retirement, I mean, I think she's done a couple, but I think she's slowly. I don't know. She's probably like me, where she's just gonna fight it, and and then full on retirement. Yeah. I am in Indiana, um, Hoosierville. Right, Flash Fan? Where are you? You disappeared again. Oh, she did cancel. I thought she was trying to get back, but yeah, she's got to take care of herself. Yeah, you are a Flash fan. You're a stalker. Professional stalker. I know. I'm just joking. I got a kid with you. You're going to joke with me. Yeah, it's been cold. Yuck. Snow. It's where Mother Nature has bipolar. Yeah, never know. Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. I haven't been to Vegas, but I have been visiting. I've visited. I have not been to Alaska. I have not. I wanted to when I went to Washington to go to Oregon, but I didn't have enough time. I had to get back to work at that point. That was a cool trip because I took a train trip all the way to Seattle and back, and even rode around on the ferry, went to another island or whatever, and then so Alaska would be kind of cool. Go out to Seattle, take the um, cruise ship out there, and then that will be fun. Taking a train trip and then a cruise ship with F&D. So train goes do 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 for 3 days. It was a 3-day trip. Do do do. So when I got there, I was like a little wobbly, and then you add me on a cruise ship, which is gonna be yeah. I've not been. The most southern is Mexico, Cancun. I went when that was like my pre. I, I went there junior year, kind of a pre graduation gift, because senior year we were gonna go somewhere else. Um, I think I'm getting my dates mixed up. Um, yeah, so graduation thing, and then that's the farthest I've gone south. Um, so yeah, there was California. I've never like explored California, um, but I had a kind of a layover to. But I've been to Hawaii. In Hawaii, that was sophomore year. Yes, I don't know. I think I'm getting my. It's been so long. I'm old. I'm almost 42 years old. So I am. I know I don't look like it. Try to stay young. Um, so forever 21. Yep, exactly. Um, although the older I get, that doesn't actually work out anymore. um, yeah. Have you ever been to the country Pancake? No. I'm getting. I think it doesn't help that I have older parents, and then I'm kind of stuck in limbo, if you get what I'm saying. You know, I've got nieces and nephews that are, you know, 11 all the way down to 2 years old, somewhere in there. And then I've got, you know, older siblings. Yeah, I was the oops baby. So there you go, talking about food. Pancakes sounds so good. Now I'm starting to turn into Flash fan. Food sounds good. Uh, can we sleep on pancakes? That sounds like heavenly. Oh, and sticky. So it's bacon. It's bacon. I like pancakes now. I've grown to like pancake. I like waffles better. I don't know. I don't know what I told you on that. I've been eating a lot of breakfast food. But I'm still somewhat pre-diabetic, so I have to kind of watch my sugar. So, oh, yeah, I'm your typical Leo. Um, Capricorn. Yeah, I don't eat pork. It doesn't. It's not like I'm sensitive. It's just it doesn't bode well with my system. So I don't like the taste. I don't like. Oh, I'm not vegan. I've tried veganism. Um, like I like my hamburger. I do like hamburger. Yep, I am. Now y'all know why I'm on YouTube. I'm a Leo. I like Hamburger Helper. Yeah. Um, um, Also, if you have F&D, have you noticed, I don't know, do you get kind of rashy or hives and it can involve anywhere on your body? That might be a good question to ask you guys. Although it might have started earlier than F&D, but it could have been a precursor. I don't know. So it's like hives, but it's like not, you just get red, splotchy, you itch it, and then it turns into dermographic, um, whatever the word I'm looking for, medical term, hives basically, or whatever. Raised skin, itchy skin. It itches, but sometimes it doesn't. That's a good question. Yeah, you itch, yeah, and or you just get red and splotchy, depending on. Making sure I'm not. Oh, good. So, well, guys, I hate to cut, but it is 11 o'clock, and I am sure my groceries are outside. I don't want them to be stolen. So you guys have a good night. We'll catch up maybe tomorrow. Make it a mission to get my tailbone on a regular. And good grief, I've been talking for 2 hours. Good grief. How am I? So I will try to do another late evening. It'll be less talking for me because I'm gonna need to recover, and I'm gonna probably just do some painting, maybe touch up on Celine Dion, um, and kind of go from there. Thank you. Now I know why you're friends with Flash Fan. Are you related to Flash Fan? Because he would say that I'm fabulous too. Are you brother and sisters separated at birth? See, good night, Flash Fan. Go eat your Chinese food. Love you guys. Thank you for sticking with me for 2 hours. And you guys have a good night. Keep at it. Keep moving. Keep transitioning. Life will get better if you're struggling. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Love you.
Well, that's a wrap. The coffee's done, but our fight's just begun. We power strong like